It's snowing again. Oh no, my winters never end. Well, I had to sing for you because the cats are staying warm. I'm back at my main house. We got the pipes repaired. Hold on. Are you? No, I don't want to stop streaming. Why would you ask me that? My app is trying to quit. Hey, we're getting another snowstorm. Aren't we lucky? Let's take a look outside. We gotta show you this. We're gonna get yet another foot. We had a foot a couple of days ago. We're gonna get another foot of snow. We're getting buried, people, and it's beautiful. This is Minnesota for you. Look at that. So I'm back at my main house. I came back from the lake home because I was there for a couple of days because the pipes froze underground. Not in the house. The furnace kept everything warm. And then the crawl space, nothing froze as it turns out. It was the underground pipes that froze. So the city, well, I'll tell you quickly a story because I did live stream it the last few days. So if you want details, I have that on there. But the cats are snuggling here at our main house. Gotta show you Mason. They always sit on the back of the chair. And I think that's because they want to see the storm going on outside. It is beautiful out there. But this is getting old. It's snowing like this every couple of days. And it's getting worse by the minute. This is amazing. But it's exciting because I live here because I love winter. And Minnesota is the right place to have winter. What I thought I'd do is give you a quick update and show you the storm coming in and sit by the cats and snuggle. And then I'll see what questions you guys have. I want to take a moment to read your comments. I can't see them right now. My phone is texting me. I wish it would do that when I was on camera. Anyway, I got to show you downstairs. Let's go downstairs. And as I walk down there, I'll tell you that I drove out in a snowstorm to get the pipes thawed out or to try and figure it out because we didn't have water for almost a week out at the lake home. Check it out. We're getting buried. We're sinking slowly in winter. Pretty soon we will not be able to see out the windows of the garden level of our house. That's my view from the office, right where I edit videos. And that is our view of what's going on with winter. Sadie is staying snuggled in her bed. Yeah, you're a good girl, aren't you, Sadie? Yeah. You want to go outside? Probably not. I'm going to go back upstairs with the cats. Come on, Sadie. So, drove out there. They got the pipes thawed out. But when I walked into the cabin, the furnace had quit. And it was starting to get cold in there. So I thought, no problem. I'll turn on the fireplace. And it's a gas fireplace. I hit the switch. Nothing. So I went in and the pilot light got blown out by the cold and the wind. So it took a while, but I got the gas going in the fireplace. I was getting kind of scared because I thought I can't get stranded here without heat or water. And I can't build a fire inside the cabin because we don't have a fireplace that you can build a wood fire in. So the next thing I did was get that fireplace working. So then I could get warmed up enough to work on the furnace. I found a check valve or a check sensor in the furnace and replaced that right away. Then I went under the crawl space and found that my pipes were not frozen. So I figured it was frozen underground. So I called the city. I thought it was their problem. Oh, you gonna give me a kiss? I thought it was the city's problem. So I was kind of happy because I called the city and said, water main's frozen and I'm not getting any water. And they said, oh, you'll have to call a plumber. What? What? I thought the city owned that. And she said, no, not when it's under your house. And I'm thinking, oh, we're going to have to dig up my house? How are we going to get to these pipes? So I called a contractor that came the next morning, long story short. I told you more about it yesterday on the live video. Contractor came out the next morning, rapped on the door, and got right to work. They crawled under there. They were laying on their backs and their sides trying to get a steamer, some device that goes down. They found that it started to freeze a foot underground and it went 20 feet past where the doghouse is at the lake. And that whole section was frozen. Took 2 hours to thaw it out. They got the water running. And the city then put me on a plan where I run the water, the tap water, the cold. I'll show you with my house here. You turn it on to the diameter of a pencil. You turn it on like that. And how long do I let it run for? Until April. You know how weird it is walking around my house and I hear water running? I want to keep going over and shutting it off. And a couple of times, just subconsciously, I walked over, and this was after actually yesterday's chat. If you look at the live stream that I did, the water came on well while I was waiting and talking to you guys and making my breakfast. And the water came on. They got it working. And so they put me on a plan where the water has to run for several months, constantly. And it won't be on my bill. It's the city wants to preserve their water system. They've got frozen mains all over the state here and in North Dakota too. There are major water mains breaking and bursting water out. In my hometown where I grew up, a water tower froze, and the water that comes from the water resource underground overflowed the water tower. I mean, water tower, they stick them up in the air. You've seen water towers. Well, when it gets to 40 below, that water tower froze. And the water that supplies it started pouring off through vent valves or I don't know what. But it flooded an entire neighborhood and closed everything. So when it gets this cold, you get floods. And then it freezes and you get giant ice chunks. Look up fires in Minnesota in the winter. What it looks like when they try and put out fires and there's frozen water everywhere. It's really tough on those firefighters. I really admire them for, especially the volunteers. They're not getting paid to be out there. And even the ones that are getting paid, they're risking in their lives to put out a fire. And yeah, and they save lives too, obviously. And so hats off to them. What else was I going to talk about? The cats are staying warm. They're snuggling with me here. When I didn't have water at the lake home, I lived there for overnight to work on the problem until the contractors came the next day. And to give Sadie water, for example, I had to go out and get a bucket of snow and put it by the gas fireplace. It took an hour and a half to melt enough snow for her to get a drink of water. And I filled her bowl. I took care of her first before me. Lesson learned, never go to my lake home when the water's frozen without a bottle of water for myself, like a big 1 gallon bottle. I have like emergency supplies here at my main house where I do store water. I could get a 6 gallon bucket filled up in the bathtub, and I should have filled that and brought it with. I didn't think about that because I thought the area was full of snow. And yeah, you could eat that, but then you'll get cold. Or you could warm it up, but it takes an hour and a half just to get a dog food bowl full of water. Obviously, there's no bathroom. I couldn't make coffee, so it was a true emergency. It was a true emergency. So I reheated a thermos full of coffee that I brought with me. You know, at least the microwave worked. And so I microwaved some coffee for myself. So I'm going to take a look here. I'm going to show you what's going on outside. Look at my deck, and this is on the 2nd story. The snow is starting to stack up. That's not a grill under there. That's just a snowbank. That's just a simple snowbank. I work tonight, so I have to fly in this stuff if the weather allows me to. And we can fly definitely when the airlines can fly, and even sometimes when the airlines can't fly, we can still sometimes go. Although if it gets too bad, we won't go, and we make that decision for safety. So here we are in Minnesota. This is the 3rd snowstorm in a week. I think it's pretty rare to not have a snowstorm lately. And oh yeah, and at the lake I got stuck in the driveway too, because I didn't bring a snowblower, which next time I'll have to bring that too. Bring water and bring a snowblower. And I will be bringing it this weekend when we go there. But yeah, we're getting buried here. So I'm going to stop talking and see. I haven't read any comments yet, and I don't know if I'm able to scroll through and see them. That's why I'm wearing my goofy glasses. I thank you guys for watching and hearing me ramble. I was shocked. Excuse me. I just ate some tacos or some burritos. I need coffee. I was shocked that yesterday I talked for just 2 minutes short of an hour. Karen's, my wife, said, I'm not going to watch that whole thing. I hear you talk enough. She'll be home soon, so that'll help me remind me to stop. Okay, let's open up comments. I haven't seen them yet, but I'm sitting down with coffee. I know some people had questions that I was not able to answer yesterday. One of the questions is, what do people do with livestock? And that's a great question because I'm not a farmer. I know they have to ship in extra hay because people are running short of hay, and it has to be shipped in from storage areas. Oh, there's the comments. Yeah, we have, I don't know how many feet of snow we have on the ground at this point. Trying to get my, let's see here, chats. Trying to get my, now I want burritos. Absolutely, it's one of my favorite foods. Tacos is my #1 favorite, but Mason has not tried to escape. Mason's over here. He's covering his face with his tail because he's preserving the heat. I put his little cat bed on top of the heat vent. They moved it because there was catnip in here. But he sleeps on the heat vent when it's running. Right now it's not running for about a half hour. I don't know. It's because the house already got really heated up. So, but yeah, this Mason boy, he'll sit and look at the door. He'll look outside. But after he spent 20 days out in the winter weather last year, he learned not to do that. And so the last time Mason tried to escape was, and he did, it was fall on an autumn night, and he ran out the door right past my legs. I could feel this brush. I had just looked out because I thought I heard an owl. And of course, you don't want your cat outside when there's an owl out there, because owls like to eat cats, especially horned owls. But yeah, he escaped and was out there for about a couple hours, and then he came back home in the middle of the night. I'm going to try and scroll through, see what other comments. Hey, I can scroll and see other comments. Yes, hearts to the firefighters. Arctic cold out in Western Canada. Yes, and Canada's going to share some of that cold with us. I guess the wind chills are going. Yeah, if you want to see water tower frozen, look up on the internet and look up White Bear Lake. That's the name of a town in Minnesota in the Twin Cities. Put White Bear Lake frozen water tower and you'll see pictures. You'll see the story. They closed some, I think, school and a whole bunch of other things around there. What do they charge for water? I pay about $45 a month for water, and they will not be charging me for the extra because the city wants the water mains to stay open. So it's free to run that extra water because it protects their system as well. Oh, sorry, I'm sticking my thumb in your eyes. Sorry about that. Hello from Germany. That's where my heritage is from, mostly. I had seen a couple of days ago someone said hi from Cologne. Am I saying that right? Germany? And we come from right around there. It's Trier. My grandfather, his father, founded a farm or established a farm in North Dakota. And now there's oil out there. But not much. More of the oil's out west of there. And they're still farming. We have cousins farming out there today. Well, not today. So I don't know what else they do with livestock other than keep them inside. Yes, my dog is protective of the cats. People from Scotland are watching. I I find that I'm having a good following from Scotland. Boy, would I love to win a lottery and go out and see Scotland. That would be so cool. And it's a lot like Minnesota by what it looks like. Snow gets any higher, Sadie is going to have to use a cat box. Yes, actually, Sadie is having a lot of problems about going out to the bathroom. First of all, she doesn't want to. She has arthritis, so it's hard for her to pick up her legs. And she gets on top of the snowbank because it's so frozen that she can walk on the snow, but then she breaks through. And when she breaks through, her whole body goes under the snow, and then she has to fight to get out of there. And that's really tough on her poor old bones. Now Mason, or Coho, is sitting on my lap and purring now. You want to hear a little purring? Here you go. Let's see if we can hear him. Yeah, purr for everybody. Whoa, dropped the phone. You're a good boy. This is Coho. You definitely, now that he's getting older, you can see his Bengal markings. Beautiful stripes. I was thinking he was Bengal Tabby mix. I can't believe he'd be a purebred Bengal, because those are expensive. What do you guys think? Do you think there's also Tabby in him? Hard for me to know. I think he's got to have some Tabby in him, because he doesn't have the distinct Bengal markings totally 100%. I think he has an M on his forehead. Does that make him a Tabby? That makes him a... Mason has an M on his forehead. M for Mason. Sorry, I dropped you guys. Now I gotta get you. Rotate device. Are you upside down now? Yeah, let's go this way. No, that's upside down. You guys are gonna get seasick. It's like watching that scary movie where they're clicking rocks in the woods. What was the name of that movie? Long ago. It was 20 years ago. Where's Coda? It's a good question. Coda naps away from the light. He doesn't like the light room up here at all. And it's starting to get nasty outside where you're at. Yeah, definitely. Hey, there's someone on here from Fargo. Cool. Hi, Andrew. Polar Vortex meets Frosty Life. Yes, it has. And it's a good thing I love winter, because here we are in the midst of it. Coda is downstairs, I would guess. He likes darker rooms. Oh, listen to this guy snuggle. He's very affectionate today. Well, he's always very affectionate. He's getting cat hair all over. He's very staticky. Because the atmosphere here in the house, the humidity is only 19%. Yeah, he's got huge eyelashes. Look at those. Beautiful cat. So if you don't know the story of this cat, he was rescued, true rescue, from a gas station where someone dumped him off. And we nursed him back to health. I have a whole playlist of videos to show you about that. So that's the update. We have more snow coming. And so on my next, I don't know, in the next few weeks. So I'm not going to have a lot of time for editing together a lot of the clips that I have. So I'm sorry about that, but you'll know where I'm at. I mean, you won't know where I'm at, but you'll know why I'm not uploading videos. So thank you guys for watching. Stay warm, stay safe, and I hope you have a great week.